Greetings, Commanders, it's Ryan1UM here, and today we are back once again in Stellaris Console Edition with the Galactic Record Keepers. That's right, you guys. So in the first episode, I should say, we made first contact with the hive mind known as the Multitude, and we did some funny business with them. We may or may not have closed off our borders to them, and locked them into this nice little constellation right there. Now, the reason being is because we want to be able to get more powerful than them in order to either claim their stuff or vassalize them, / just kind of wipe them from the face of the galaxy. Now, it's unfortunate that we need to be violent here in the beginning, because we are actually xenophiles, but we're fanatic spiritualists, so maybe we can do it in the name of our god, known as money. But, you know, I don't really want to go to war with them, but at the same time, I'm going to have to. Now, they only have one planet at the moment, and that's good. Now, let's see, what planet are they on? They're on an Arctic planet, and it's a size 17. They haven't found any of their other planets. In fact, I was gonna say I thought we actually just took their 2 worlds that they could have colonized, but they do have that size 24 relic world in there, and I want that because that is the rubricator. And as we saw from the Stellaris page, who tweeted it out, they're kind of encroaching on my stuff, and I want that freaking relic. So we're going to focus on alloy production a little bit today, and we're going to try to go for an early war and try and at least get this kind of out of the way and out of commission. So that's kind of what we're going with. There's another archaeological dig site that we're going up against, which is the Grineer stuff, which is our precursor. But we're just going to focus up, get this stuff going, and hopefully go to war in today's episode. We now have another archaeological site pending, and this is for the something waiting, the Proving Grounds. The excavation crew has finally reached the underground structure. Vast angular halls and tunnels were explored. A complete lack of adornment made it difficult to establish the purpose of the structure. When Aquamarine Chute entered the main chamber, a deep sound suddenly reverberated. Initially just thundering noise, the sound slowly contorted until an incorporeal voice spoke a single sentence in our language. Are you ready? The booming voice was followed by deep rumble as one of the giant walls slowly slid away to reveal the dark corridor. Our archaeologists eagerly went inside. Tread lightly. I like that art right there, too. That looks really cool. Cool. Oh, here we go. Another one. The Trials. The dark corridor led to an empty, round chamber. Stepping inside, the disembodied voice spoke yet again, saying that only the deserving may continue. Short corridors connected the round chamber to 3 other small rooms, each containing some kind of physics-oriented problem. Aquamarine Chute believes that these are scientific riddles that, once solved, may provoke some reaction in the structure, but it's all speculation. You know what to do.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, so this is a bit of an issue right here. We have... Oh man, are you kidding me? RNG hates me right now. So not only are we stuck with the hive mind right here, but we're also stuck with a ginormous amount of crystals. Just sitting right there waiting to destroy anything that comes through this space. So we may want to see if we can investigate them and hopefully co-live with them. That way we can kind of scoot on past them and kind of come down this way. But man, RNG hates me. So yeah, they want a defensive pact, but we're going to keep declining it because once we break that non-aggression pact, we're going to be at a truce with them most likely. They are still superior to us with fleet power, but we are equivalent and we're getting more powerful. Our bastions are looking pretty nasty. They're at 1.8k fleet power, so that'll be pretty good. They are kind of stuck in that area. And looks like the Baron is done, or started, I should say. Military mass extinction. Thick layers of ash and notable mass extinction, and a notable mass extinction event in the geological record coincide with material previously extracted from Grineer data crystals, suggesting the Grineer firebombed Nutfall with a Gelling incendiary roughly 7 million years ago. Widespread deforestation of the planet's surface disrupted local ecosystems, and the lack of oxygen-fixing vegetation gradually depleted the planet's atmosphere over the next 60,000 years. Damn. Looks like we've just finished one. Something waiting. So we've researched standardized Corvette patterns, which is cool. All 3 science puzzles have been completed in the mysterious chambers deep underground the surface of Bo. Just as the scientists suspected, the structure responded to the correct solutions for the alien trials. As the last riddle was solved, a cloudy holographic projection exploded to life in the main chamber. It was a fine-resolution depiction of our solar system, along with scrolling instructions for various alien technologies. Another galactic position was indicated by a bright point of light. The search continues. Cool! Alright, now where exactly is this one next? Buried deep. Alright, good. It's still in our home solar system, so that's a positive. So, let's see. It's on Leafy. Good. Go and excavate that, please. Several exemplary bowel fossils have been recovered, revealing the long-lost species to have been a hive mind, billions of plantoid units working together as a whole, like the leaves and roots and branches of a tree. Dendrochronology suggests individual bowel specimens had lifespans in the hundreds of years. The lack of structural ruins on Nutfall appears to be the result of the bowel's reliance on remarkable organic technology, from ships and buildings to wetware biocomputers and the ravages of time. Cool. That's kind of cool. After a long, arduous period of digging deep into the crust of Leafy, the excavation team reached another underground structure. Despite readings indicating that the building is hollow, no entry point can be found. It appears to be hermetically sealed, and the protective walls are made of some unknown material with extreme structural integrity. Conventional digging equipment doesn't even scratch it. It will require some serious effort to get through, but the project is already underway. And it seems the Baron is now done. A Grineer data crystal. Coordinates describing the location of another former bowel colony has been extracted from the shattered Grineer data crystal. Perhaps this planet will boast some of the riches sought after by the bowel's ancient enemies. To the next colony. Sweet. Okay. So where exactly is the next colony at? Let's take a look. Looks like it's going to be over here, if I had to guess. Yep, perfect. Alright, good. As long as we have the things within our space, we're fine. Also, I'm sending my construction ship over here to continue construction down towards this way, just in case they get cheeky and try and bounce across there. Also, I'm sending a construction ship into their home capital because we have the truce with them now, because we officially crossed over to Equivalent, and once I have a construction ship in there, I can actually see how powerful their ships are and where they're at with tech. Buried deep. Bunker debunked. Research option gained improved Corvette hulls. After months of hard work, using a powerful beam which combines intense fusion heat with high-frequency vibration, the excavation team has finally managed to crack the underground structure. As soon as the vault was cracked, the disembodied voice recording spoke again. It declared that our determination had been proven, that another trial had been completed, and that we were to be rewarded accordingly. And so we were. The bunker contained all sorts of valuables, not least of which, hitherto unknown technologies which can be investigated further. Very, very nice. Very nice. Alright, now we should have another one pop up here soon. Yes, indeed. In Memoriam. Cool, cool, cool. So, they are a little bit ahead of us as far as fleet power goes. They're starting on their secondary fleet right now. However, we are soon going to be able to start building destroyers. And that's going to be good. That might give us the edge that we need to go to war with them.
Fleet.
And here we go. This one must have been pretty easy. Very complex. Extensive seismographic readings have been compiled into a highly accurate visual model of the underground structure on Irmin Sul. It appears to be a vast network of angular corridors, each several kilometers long. The entire structure is mostly corridors, with the exception of one open space at the bottom of the building. More than that cannot be interpreted until we reach and investigate the site properly. Let's go deeper. That's what she said. So we've learned the, so we have the situation log, and we have the event that allows us to pacify the crystals, except it's going to take 123 months, so there's no way in hell we can do that right now. So we're going to have to go to war with them to take all of this territory. It's inevitable. Now, the thing is, I don't know why, but they have yet to colonize their other worlds. I don't know why they're not deciding to do that. They still only have the one world. I think a lot of their alloys are just only going into fleet construction. So I don't know what's going on with that. Either that or one just slipped by me and now they're going to colonize Turbik 3. Because that's another one of their worlds. But the other thing is we're also running out of our consumer goods again. But since we're mostly focused on just getting a lot of alloys, I don't really care at the moment. Because I want to go to war here soon. And we're almost done reinforcing our entire fleets, and now we have In Memoriam again. Endless Memorial. The science team finally breached the underground complex and entered the empty corridors. The long tunnels were completely empty. On closer inspection, the walls appeared to be covered in small, strange inscriptions. Translation of the alien language was a highly confusing process, until it is discovered that the writing consisted of nothing but alien names numbering in the millions. Archaeologists are now pressing onwards to the bottom chamber, but their effort is hindered by caved-in corridors which need to be cleared. Keep on digging, Mo truckers, keep on digging. I will say, there is actually something that we can go ahead and do. We can go ahead and sell, I'm going to sell 8 of our artifacts to give us a ton of energy. And then I'm going to go ahead and buy 500 of those, and the rest are going to go into our alloys. There we go. That way we can get the rest of our fleets outfitted and ready to go. I completely forgot that I could do that, even though I literally said it in the first episode. I just completely spaced and I just completely forgot about that. Uh-oh. Admitting defeat. Our science team down on Irminsul has reached the bottom of the chamber of the memorial structure. There they only found an ancient recorded message, some kind of personal debriefing. We failed. The Relentless cut through our entire navy without even slowing down. All is lost now. We will die here in these halls of tribute to fallen brethren. We fear for the lives of our wards. The Relentless will find them. And then there's no sign of struggle, no bodies, only empty halls, and the silence of the ones who perished. Damn. And now In Memoriam is done. Research option gained biodiversity studies. Head scientist wanted to comb through every nook and cranny of the memorial site. It paid off. A small device was discovered in one of the corridors. A small fragment of information could be salvaged from it. It would work. With their mental faculties shut off, their very intellect removed, they would pose no threat. It must be enough. It's the only thing left that we can do. The device also included some new coordinates. Aquamarine Chute would like to investigate these as soon as possible. Very well then. Okay, I think we're getting to the bottom of what happened in our system, and that is super cool. So the last stand. Ooh, I think we're getting there. Biocomputer Fossil. We have managed to extract some data fragments from a particularly well-preserved biocomputer fossil. This 10 million year old relic appears to contain a pedagogical information intended for immature members of the species. Not yet ready to receive the full range of the hive mind's neural connection, young bowel or saplings were introduced to growth techniques, horticulture, and nutrition in a more curated experience. These findings suggest the Bowel Society prized terrestrial landscaping and ecosystem management, and were also highly dependent on it for their survival. Cool. The last stand and the last bastion. There was no need for shovels or drilling drilling lasers this time around. Head scientist Aquamarine Chute and the archaeology team simply walked into the alien ruin. The site is very old, more than 1,000 years, but fairly well kept. It appears to become some kind of staging area built for a specific purpose. There are several labs and large storage hangars. The team have found a digital archive server. It's offline, but appears fairly intact. Hopefully it will fill in the blanks regarding our lost benefactors. Cool. Also, things are going well. We're still at truce until 2223, but we're almost there. We're saving up influence, so we haven't expanded like at all, literally at all. And their fleet, they're at 1,005 and then 127. Our fleet at the moment is at 1,416, and we've almost got our destroyers up and running, which is good. Desperate measures. The science team managed to get the alien digital archives up and running. They exclusively contained arbitrary logs, which require some liberal interpretation. The phrase "mind wipe initiative" occurs frequently throughout the logs, and it appears to have been the specific focus of research at this location. Apparently, the benefactors developed the technology by which they could manipulate the effectiveness of mental faculties, but how or for what purpose remains unknown. Sounds to me like they wanted to wipe the memories and like the thoughts of their enemies, which is kind of cool. Maybe they were psionic, I don't know. The Shattered. Biocomputer Remnant. The discovery of ancient bowel biocomputer remnant has yielded further insight into this plantoid hive mind's history. The bowel appeared to have originated from a single planet, its location unknown, as mere plant life. Prehistoric bowel were all clones of the parent plants and gradually developed the capacity for hive consciousness over millions of years of slow, peaceful growth on their home planet. We have now confirmed our claims on their entirety of their empire.
The spirits have
They
granted
probably
us new
did not like
wisdom.
that very much, if I had to guess. Let's take a look. 48. Oh, wait, no. Where can I see why they hate us? Aha, yeah, there we go. Opposing claims. But hey, we're still friends. We're still friends. That's good. The archaeological team on Somme has found another ancient digital archive. This too consisted mostly of logs, but there was one journal entry of particular interest. The ship is taken off, we know they'll succeed, but there was sense of hope or high spirits as they left. We know that the mission and the work that we've done here are wrong, despicable, but the alternative? The alternative is worse. That is one of the last entries found at the ancient facility. Not much of a closure, but at least plenty of technological discoveries were made. Looks like we found AI-controlled colony ships, which is cool, and got more relics. That's like boosting our economy so nicely. It's so great. And there we go, the last stand is done. Clearing out the storage areas, one of the workers found a small device of unknown origins. It was brought to Aquamarine Chute and turned out to be a recording device. It was badly damaged, but a small snippet of dialogue was saved. Shouldn't be forgotten. Someone has come to clean and speak up for them. History may endure, but my conscience cannot. A string of data first discarded as noise was investigated further. It turned out to be encrypted coordinates. More and more and more coordinates. The Dark Secret. Ooh. Also, yeah, our economy is in the tank right now because our ships are out, and yeah, no, we are just in disarray at the moment. But they are inferior to us as far as fleet power goes, which is great. They're still equivalent to us because of their economy and their tech, but we're going to be getting more and more alloys here soon because I have tons of relics to sell, and we can just go ahead and keep buying all of this stuff and just keep reinforcing. I know it's going to send us even further into the tank, but once we are done with the war, we can actually demilitarize a lot and get some of our money back and get some of our energy income back and our alloy income back, because we don't need a fleet that big at the moment. The Shattered. A Grineer data crystal has been recovered on that. Dating to some 7 million years ago, the data crystal contains partially readable military records pertaining to the planet's invasion. Apparently, the Grineer were expecting some of the measures of armed resistance, and were not impressed by the incredibly slow-moving Baol. The record describes the ease with which the Baol's delayed responses were circumvented in a highly derogatory fashion. Huh, okay. So, we now have the truce is over, and it's time to go to war. Conquer, declare war.
The crusade of the righteous begins.
There we go. Let's send them in. Let's get their fleet out ASAP. Hopefully we can go okay. Hopefully we didn't just doom ourselves.
Have granted us new wisdom.
Go for it, guys. You got this shit. You got this. You can survive. Okay, they took their fleet out pretty quickly. And now it's on to the station. And it looks like we're going to be just fine with that. And that is going to be a yes. Perfect. So we only lost 1 destroyer, 2 and 3 corvettes. That's not too bad. That is acceptable losses. And now all we need to do is we just need to send our ships around to get all of these systems. That way they cannot build any of their star fleets, or their star bases rather, and then the war will be over. But also the Dark Secret, the hidden cave. The team we sent down to the surface of Cloverbed encountered far more obstacles than anticipated. The coordinates were received in the ancient alien research base pointed to an exceptionally craggy part of Cloverbed, where the landscape was filled with vertical stone surfaces and deep fissures. The team pressed on and eventually reached the indicated location, a natural cave formation. No need to ask them to take a closer look, the spelunking is already afoot. That's super cool. Now what exactly is their war goal? Just to humiliate us, so either way, this is a win-win situation. Cold Hard Cash. The archaeology team that was investigating the natural cave down on Cloverbed have reported back. They found a tremendous, abandoned stockpile of valuable resources. There were no doors, no locks, and no traps. Just a cave full of industrial valuables. No way! 2,000 minerals gained, 430 alloys gained, and 250 exotic gases gained. Woo! I'll take it. Godspeed. Secreted behind a fake wall, the excavation team found a single recording device containing a message left by the mysterious benefactors. They were fighting a desperate war against an unnamed, malevolent, and warmongering alien race. In an effort to hide us from the enemy's advance, they used technology to suppress the intellectual capacity of our ancestors, hoping that the enemy would bear no heed to the primitive species of a single isolated planet. It worked for us, but the fate of the benefactors was forfeit. They left us hidden caches of resources and tech, hoping that one day we'd find them. They saved us from that warmongering species. That is cool. That is really cool. Thanks, mysterious benefactors. Really appreciate that one. That's really cool. So yeah, our science ship is just going around, just, studying all of the debris and stuff like that, and getting all this stuff done, and then eventually we'll be able to start the Rubricator as well as this out here, because they didn't even start either of their archaeological dig sites. As soon as they got above 1,000 fleet power, they just stopped developing fleets. So I don't exactly know what happened. They didn't even colonize their other planet.
Are after our spaceport.
So I don't exactly know what the heck they were trying to do. But we are researching this as well. Yeah, now they're pathetic to us, which is perfect. Now, as far as our next one, we should probably either go down Discovery, Harmony, or Prosperity. And I'm thinking maybe Harmony. I think Harmony would probably be the better idea. But our armies should be done here soon. In fact, I think they're close to being done. I think, what, are we only having 10? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go ahead and build us civilian industries on this planet, since we need to get those back under control. And even though we're over our fleet cap, we're actually not doing too bad as far as our economy goes. It's not been too shabby. Honestly, it's been pretty good. Now they're trying to claim all of our stuff. What did they do? Change their war goal? No, they did not. They're trying to claim all this stuff for us. Sorry, big guy. You had your chance to claim our stuff. But now you won't anymore. Alright, so our armies are pretty much done. We're waiting on one more. And there we go. Let's grab ourselves a general, and we'll give them a glory seeker. And we'll throw them on aggressive and chuck them over there. And hopefully they can win this war. And it looks like we just finished another archaeological dig site. Oh, the Dark Secret. Okay. So we've done Spurred by the Past modifier, giving the following effects. Plus 5% monthly unity, plus 5% happiness, plus 10% governing ethics attraction, and plus 5% research speed. And that's infinite, I think. So, finally, the inconsistencies in our history have been explained. Using these lost chapters from our true heritage, we had once believed that the advancement of our civilization came of our own accord, solitary and independent. Now, we know that in all this time, we had been standing on the shoulders of giants. We cannot change the past. We reconcile and move on, accepting our past and not as a dark burden, but as a stepping stone in our path forward into the future. It is our time to become giants. Onward! So does that mean that we finished it? I think so. So I believe that is the end of the... I believe that's the end of our kind of origin, if I'm not mistaken. And that is so freaking cool. Honestly, that's such an awesome origin. I love the fact that we are like that we had a benefactor species before us, and that they helped us and everything like that. That's super, super cool. But our army should be touching down here on Udkal here very soon, and then we will have to end off today's episode right there. It might actually be a fairly close battle on the surface of that planet, so I'm really, really hoping that things go okay. But let's go ahead and merge those two fleets right there. And let's just hope for the best and hope that everything goes okay. Because we've only got 251 army, and they've got 193. Oh, and there's the other one. Another Grinner Dedo Crystal has been unearthed, detailing a series of military orders, including the coordinates of another former Bowel colony. Our archaeologists, eager to further unravel the history of these two foes, are uploading the data now. Cool. So where's that one at? Let's see. Oh my gosh, wait, are you telling me it's in that system right there? No, it can't be. Let's see. Where exactly is said thing on the map? Oh, it's over there. Okay, perfect. Research projects in that system. Nice. Looks like we may actually have to go ahead and bombard a little bit. Ooh, that's new artwork. Okay, we found another one there. Let's go ahead and get this one going. I'm really, really glad that we got this system when we did. And it's coming along nicely with that, as well as the pacification of the crystals. Soon we'll be able to come into this system. And they have a size 12 Gaia world, so that's nice. Very, very nice. I went ahead and disbanded my first fleet, because I figured we can go ahead and demilitarize now that the war is pretty much over. Uh-oh, Sentinel droids. That's not good. -1 clue. But yeah, we can go ahead and demilitarize just a little bit and keep our regular fleet right here, and just continuously upgrade that one. And then if we need to, we can build more fleets. There we go. All their armies got absolutely fried. And that should yep, there we go. We have won this war. The best possible outcome, and goodbye. Wonderful! Yes, dude. Yes, yes, yes. Nice. Alright, now we need to go ahead and take a look at what we can do with this population of people on this planet, because yeah, they're going to be purged. Unfortunately, that's because they are hive mind. The good thing is, there's 50 of them. The bad news is, this is a planet that we can't live on, because this is an Arctic world, and our habitability for this is 20%. So we're going to go ahead and discourage planetary growth on that, because we don't want anything on there, and we're going to go ahead and demolish all of the stuff on the planet, because there's not going to be any production done on this planet, so we're just going to be paying upkeep on buildings that we're not even going to use. So we're just going to go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff. Wow, they were really heavy into alloys. Holy crap! Their capital planet had freaking 4 of them. And yet they still lost. Damn. Okay, but there we go. We can go ahead and just do that. There we go. That way, we don't pay for stuff that we're not using. And hopefully nothing grows on this planet. And we can purge them pretty quickly. But hey, with that being said, now we own this entire top section, and now we can start with the kleptomaniac rats, which is the rubricator, and now we can also start with the hole in the ground site right there, and now we can start to expand properly. It only just kind of stunted us by an extra 30 years, but once the crystalline entities are pacified, we can then continue to expand. But until next time, guys, this has been Commander RYANT1UM signing off.